Hello everyone, welcome back to English class. Today we are going to continue here our previous chapter, The Sound of Music, and this is the second part in which we are going to continue from paragraph number 4 as we have already completed up to paragraph number 3 in the previous class. Let's move ahead. Born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belonged to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. He was very much lucky because he was born in a musician family. His grandfather, Rasul Baks Khan, was the Shahnai Nawaz of the Bhojpuri king court. So you can see here how many talented family members were there in his family. His father, Paigambar Baks, and other paternal ancestors were also great Shahnai players. So you can understand how much lucky he was because he got a chance to learn so many things from his family members. The young boy took to music early in life. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Banaras, which is now Varanasi, Bismillah Khan was fascinated. Fascinated means what? Attracted. Watching his uncles practice the Shahnai. So he got a chance to see how to play the Shahnai when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house, his mama's house, which was situated in Varanasi. Bismillah Khan was attracted watching his uncle practice the Shahnai. Soon Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Baksh. What was the name of his uncle? Ali Baksh, to the Vishnu temple of Banaras, where Baksh was employed to play the Shahnai. He started going along with his uncle. Okay, what was the name of his uncle? Ali Baksh. So he was a Shahnai player in a temple. And what was the temple? It was the Vishnu temple, which was situated in Banaras. He was employed there to play the Shahnai. So he got a job there to play the Shahnai. And Ali Baksh would play the Shahnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on the end. He was also getting very much interesting. He found very much interesting the Shahnai playing, and that is why he used to sit there also and he used to enjoy. Slowly he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. And finally he started doing practice also how to play the Shahnai. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maiya and the banks of the Ganga became the young apprentice's favorite haunts where he could practice in the solitude. Now these are the places where he used to come for his practice. So what were those places? It was the temple of Balaji, Mangala Maiya and the banks of the Ganga. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of the Shahnai. He used to feel very much pleasant whenever he used to do practice at the seashore. He got some inspiration to develop the new ragas, which were considered to beyond the range of the Shahnai, but he made it possible because it was very difficult to find the new ragas, but he made it possible because of his hard work. Now see here, at the age of the 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to Allahabad Music Conference. Finally, he was lucky. Every time the God has given him a chance. So again he got a chance to go to Allahabad Music Conference to attend the conference along with his uncle. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fayyaz Khan patted the young boy's back. There was so many ustads available there. Among them, there was Ustad Fayyaz Khan, who got the talent, who spotted the talent of the young boy Ustad Bismillah Khan. So just as an appreciation, he patted the young boy Ustad Bismillah Khan and said a few words. Work hard and you shall make it. With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break, and he soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio. So there was a very big turning point in his life, and ultimately he was awarded for his great work, for his hard work, and in 1938 he became the part of All India Radio. That means he started giving his performance in the All India Radio. You know, in earlier time, radio was very much famous and one of the best communication means of communication for us, as we have today TV, internet, but that time radio was one of the best means of communication. When India gained independence on 15 August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation. What is the meaning of greet? Welcome. You know very well, on 15 August 1947, India got independence. And Bismillah Khan was very much lucky because he became the first Indian to welcome the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart means what? To give his best. Ustad Bismillah Khan poured his heart out in the Rag Kafi from the Red Fort to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. So there were so many leaders were available when he greeted the nation with his Shehnai. He played the Shehnai very bravely, very beautifully. He gave his performance, where our great leader Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was also present there. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Jahir Shah was so taken in by the maestro that he gifted him priceless Persian carpet and other souvenirs. You know, Bismillah Khan was not only a famous face in the India, but he got popularity also in the other country. The king of the Afghanistan was not only one of the fascinated with Bismillah's music. Even film director Vijay Bhatt, you know, there is film director, what is the name of that director? Vijay Bhatt. He was also very much impressed after hearing the Bismillah Khan's, Shehnai. After listening to Bismillah Khan, Vijay Bhatt decided to make a film based on this, and that is why he made a film and he named a film after that instrument. He made a film and he kept the name of the name of that film or the movie Goonj Uthi Shehnai. You can understand how much impressive his playing was, that the director even got attracted and he gave a new name to the movie Goonj Uthi Shehnai. The film was a hit and one of Bismillah Khan composition. Dil ka खिलौना हाय टूट गया. You must have heard this song. Turned out to be nationwide chartbuster. Despite this huge success in the celluloid world, Bismillah Khan ventures in the film music were limited to two only. So here Vijay Bhatt, Gunj Uthi Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas Kannada venture Sanadhi Apanna. I just can't come to terms with the artificiality and the glamour of the film world, he says with the emphasis. So when he got a chance, because he was very talented player, he was very talented musician, why he was limited up to only two movies? One was the Kannada movie, that is Sanadhi Apanna, and another was a movie Gunj Uthi Shehnai under the guidance of Vijay Bhatt. So very frankly, he was very much bold to say the truth. So very frankly, he told to the public, to the audience, that he was not happy with the glamorous world. And that is why he stopped. He did not try to go ahead. He did not like artificiality and the glamour, Filmy world or the cinema world is full of glamour, and he did not like that. And that is why he did not try to go ahead, and that is why he was limited only up to two movies. He decided to live very much simple life. Now see here, let's move ahead towards the 9th paragraph, and after that awards and recognition came thick and fast. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festival, in Osaka Trade Fair. That means he got so many chance to perform his Shehnai, to give his performance, to play the Shehnai not only in India but in abroad also. So well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him. Even in Tehran, after his performance, there was a mosque in the Tehran, and it was given a new name. What was the name of that one? Tahar Mosque Ustad Bismillah Khan. So there was a mosque because the audience became very much impressed with the playing of Ustad Bismillah Khan, and that is why they gave a new name to the mosque, and the name was kept Tahar Mosque Ustad Bismillah Khan. National awards like the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhishan were conferred on him. So many awards were given to Ustad Bismillah Khan. India's prestigious award Bharat Ratna, apart from this Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhishan, all were given to him. You can understand how much talented Ustad Bismillah Khan was. This was all about today's class. In next class, we shall continue from 11th paragraph. Thank you.